Hello, hello. Just checking that we are here today live. Put my chat on in case anybody wants to chit chat. And let's just have a super relaxed beading session. Whew, what was I doing? I have a couple projects today that I'm working on. Hi, Karen. So I'm doing my little tourmaline necklace. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Making a couple for some friends, so I thought, ooh, it'd be kind of cool to bead together. So I already did some numbers earlier. And please forgive me if you have a question or you're saying something to me. If I'm beading and looking down at my work, I might totally miss a comment or a question. Hi, Judy. So don't give up. Keep posting it, and hopefully I'll see it. I'm going to be doing some basic wire wrap. So if you like the technique and the way that I'm doing it, we do have the videos on YouTube. All the secrets are revealed on YouTube. Hi, Anne. Hi, Janine. So I noted that when I wire wrap in 26 gauge, minus the clasp and everything, it's about 3/4 of an inch. So this will be easy for me to figure out my lengths. So the first necklace I'm going to make is 18 inches total. So minus my clasp and the wire wraps and the little balls, it's like 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to measure out 17 1/4 inches of chain. You know what I wish? I wish I had a 2-foot ruler. Ah, I have one. No, I don't have my yardstick, but I have my 18-incher, so that's good for now. 17 1/4 inches. But look, I taped over the 17 part. I'll go backwards. Okay. So that's gonna be 17 1/4. So minus 3/4 of an inch on the reverse. So 18. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Let me show you how I make my necklace. I'll take it off so I can show you. Okay. If you are having some problems hearing, well, again, it was the same as the last time. I can't explain to you how to fix it because no matter what I say, you won't be able to do it. So I have to figure out a way to address that. Maybe make some flashcards. Righty. First up, I'm going to attach the clasp on. So I'm going to use my tools to do a teeny tiny wire wrap. This is 26 gauge half hard. Pull on the last chain link just to make sure that wasn't cut or split, because that is the weakest point after you trim a piece of chain. And if you ever want a bead, you want a bead with me, you can always come to the store. Now, before I go further, make sure your notifications are on, because it's a tricky little thing nowadays on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. They all have different little notification things, and you might think, oh, I liked it, or I joined, or whatever it is. Nowadays you have to click a whole bunch of other buttons for you to get the notification. Now, you see this clasp? Here's a trick. Always test it and make sure that it works. This is called a spring ring clasp, and a spring ring clasp, I'll just test them all while I'm here, has a little spring in there, thus the name. Unlike a lobster, but this makes it really lightweight, there's a spring in here, and when you pull back, the spring compresses, and then it pushes back against, after you're done compressing it, it pushes back, which allows it to close. So this is different than the trigger style of a lobster. This is actually a cheaper alternative to a lobster, but it also is lightweight. And I like that, because when you have a necklace and it doesn't have a focal center, here, let me take this one off so I can show you. There's two kinds of necklaces with focal centers here. There's the kind where it is stationary and it does not move. So this is locked into place. So on something like this, where you have a bead in the front and it's heavy, you can put a slightly heavier clasp on the back. You don't have to worry about it turning to the front, because I don't like that. I don't like when my jewelry, all the clasps are in the front. So when you lock it in place, where you cut the chain and you wrap it here, this segment is not going to slide left and right. Now, on this necklace, I have it free floating left and right. And that means that the chain can turn, rotate, and the clasp can come to the front. But the way you can stop that is by using a lighter weight clasp at the back. Don't put the heaviest clasp you have. That is going to, it's my G-rated edition. That is going to make it difficult. So do not use the heaviest clasp that you have. Give me a thumbs up and a like button if that explanation made sense. And if it didn't, you're welcome to comment, and I'll do it again with visuals again. Happy to. My mom and I are very similar. My mom and I, we need a lot of explanations when we're learning something. We don't do good with just verbal. We need visual. Like, we're taking a yoga class together. I'm taking my mama's on Tuesday, and the teacher will say, okay, throw your right foot over your left, let's say. Oh my God. Me and my mom are like the two nuts in the class, doing completely opposite. I don't know why that is. Maybe we just have hard time with our left and right. I mean, that for sure. But I watch her and I crack up. Okay, now I'm going to put on this super cute, what do you call it? A super cute charm. And it has multiple holes through the sides and the tops. So what's really cool about something like this when you're picking a charm is you can pick any hole to go into. Now, Connie, when we made Connie's necklace, we went through the top like this, just side to side. And I really, really liked hers because it moves left and right so easily. Okay, look at that. On mine, I don't know, I was playing around, so I went through two. Mine does not slide left and right. Okay, so that's pretty good, right? It doesn't move, it stays in place. The junk part about this, there is a junk, right? There's always a good and a bad, is that when it decides to lock into place, I can't move it easily. So if it's crooked and my clasp is stuck on the side or whatnot, of course it's going to prove me wrong and slide left and right very easily now. But basically, because if you think about it, the chain is curved and the hole is more of a straight line, so it gets tight on there and it doesn't slide nicely. So what I would say is, if you don't want it to be difficult, just go through one pedal, and look at that, it'll just go back and forth. So when we make things here at the store, we do so many versions of something. Let me just, that by the time hopefully we show it to you, thanks to YouTube, you know, we started in 1997, there was no YouTube, but thanks to YouTube we can pass on all these little tips and tricks. So always ask, because you never know, we might have a solution. All right, now we're going to put the ring on the other side. Now, I tended to put my clasps on the right-hand side because, from what I understand, there's more right-handed people in the world than left. Now, I don't know how true that is, because just in the last month, I've been talking to my friends, and there's so many lefties that I just did the wire wrap class. I redid it for lefties, and I did the language in left for lefties, and I'm going to release it. I can do it. I probably can do it tonight when I get home. I can, oh no, I'm sleeping at my mom's. I can do it tomorrow. I can release the basic wire up for lefties. I'm going to do more beading for lefties because my lefties always say that it's a bit of a challenge, and you know, with technology now, flipping the video is not that hard. So I put the charm on, I have the clasp, and I have it facing, so when whoever puts it on like a righty with the clasp in the right hand side. Now, if they don't like that, of course I'll change it. No problem. So easy. So if you have necklaces and you're like, oh, it's the clasp is on the quote unquote wrong side for whatever reason, maybe a lefty made it and you're a righty. I've had that, and I'm like, I can't put it on. Contact me, and either we can fix it for you, or better yet, we can teach you how to fix it yourself. So you can customize everything to whatever you like. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this on. Now, when I forgot to test it to make sure that that last piece of chain doesn't have a little cut in it. I like to use like a 2mm ball at the very end for my wire wraps. And yes, I can explain the spring ring clasp again. Give me a second when I get to the other necklace. Lefty in the house. Oh, Janine, will you please watch my basic wire wrap video when it comes out and tell me what you think? Because I think I'm going to do the tip drill wrap video next for lefties. Ooh, I forgot. I need a... Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to show you 2 ways of finishing a necklace. I'll be right back. I must run. I'm at the store today. I must run and get a soldering ring. Okay. Today we're closed, so it's a perfect day to bead. So this is a soldered ring. Now there is soldered rings and there's open jump rings. So when you're making any kind of wire wrapping, I really suggest using a soldered ring for your last ring. Soldered means that it is closed. There's no openings, it can't open up, and it makes it feel, well, not just makes it feel, it is a lot safer to clasp into. And so there we go. Here is the soldered ring inside my basic wire wrap. Right there. Okay, I'm going to wrap that shut. So this is one way of ending the necklace. And I'll tell you the pros and cons about using a soldered ring on the end. Okay, so here is spring ring clasp. I put a 5mm closed ring at the end. And I did that because when your hands are behind your head, you ever notice like girls have really long nails now? So you can't really feel with your fingertips. Or as you get older, you're like, oh, I just can't grip things as well. That's more my problem than the fingernail length. So I like to make sure that the ring is a little bit bigger. Okay, so here's the pros and the cons of this ring. The pro is you have something big to hook into. If you want to add an extender chain, you can onto this ring to make this necklace longer. And some people, it's just you're used to it. You're used to finding the ring and scooping into it and closing. Now, the cons of this are, if you look at my necklace, I did not put a soldered ring on mine. I left it closed, just like this, because I don't like a wobbly thing at the end anymore. I like knowing that when I'm holding like this, there's nothing wobbling at the end, like that extra link. So when I go for it and I'm putting my necklace on, so easy. I find this so easy. Okay, so on the next one I shall do that. So necklace 1 is done. Let's do necklace number 2, and then I'll talk about the spring ring one more time. So if you have any questions right now, I'm gonna look up before I start this one, and I'll look and see if there's any other questions. So now is your time to ask. Cut this 15 1/4 because it's a 16-inch necklace. Judy, this chain is $255. Chain 255. You can text me later if you want me to add some to your order. I like it. It's a baby cable. Super fine but cute, strong enough that when I'm yanking my chain on the necklace and just dragging it round and round around my neck, it doesn't snap. To me, that makes a very good chain. All right, I don't see any questions except how do they make those itty bitty strings? Karen, I know you're kidding. I don't know the answer to that one. Okay. So first, let me just start wire wrapping. When I have a tiny chain and I'm going to add the basic wire wrap onto there, it would behoove you to make the smallest wire wrap possible so that it looks like it's part of the chain. So it's like a continuation of the chain. Don't make your regular size big wire wraps. One, because you're using 26 gauge wire. 26 gauge wire is what fits into this chain hole. So you don't want to have it look going from very, very tiny chain to this chunkalunka big loop that's just popping right out of there. Okay, so I made a teeny tiny loop so it looks a little bit more connected. Thank you for answering that question, Janine. The question was, how do they make those itty bitty springs for the clasp? Okay, so I'm about to put on this spring ring clasp. When you pull this back, you see that little opening? There is a spring in here that is getting compressed and pushed down. Watch, when I let go, it flies back. So that is a spring mechanism called a spring ring clasp because there's a spring, and then the round part, that's the ring. Well, there's another ring, the ring that you can attach your necklace to, but then it'd be spring rings clasp. This sounds not as cool, huh? So I'm going to make the loop on the other side. Make this loop big enough to hold your spring ring clasp in. And pop it on. The technique I'm using is called basic wire wrap. How many of you know how to do it? Hi, Aquafina. Do you know how to basic wire wrap? Thumbs or hearts from all of you that do. Then I'll feel like I'm with my magic club. Do that for me. I really would like to see all of us say yes. So my clasp is on. I am going to pinch my little pieces of wire that I just wrapped on there right now. Just make sure those are down. You can do this at the very end, but when I'm doing videos, sometimes I forget all the steps I did, you know. Hi, Kim. Okay, so let's hope my friend number 2 is a righty. So I'm going to grab my tourmaline, put it through. Just make sure I went through the correct holes. There's so many holes on here to choose from. Now I'm like, did I do the other one? I did. Okay. Put this on. Do the other side. Janine, I do all my wire wraps so differently. I use different tools depending on what's near me. I have different styles. Like sometimes I start with the loop with my round nose plier. Sometimes I start with the 90-degree angle. You know, I think when you do anything for so long, it's good to keep the brain fresh, right? And not do everything the same all the time. Why is this good? Because, God, life is constantly changing and throwing snowballs at you. So I had to drive a car recently, a new car, and who was it? My friend was renting a car while she was here. She was testing out a BMW, and I was laughing because I was like, I was driving one once recently, and I was like, how do you start the car? How do you park the car? I couldn't figure out how to put the windshield wipers on because it started to rain. I was like, the amount of changes that we have to face daily. And you think, oh no, I don't have to. We do. And so the only thing we can do is to be prepared, is to have our mind constantly be flexing. I don't think we have a choice. I mean, like we can be like, oh, I'll just not leave my house. I won't pick up the phone. I won't pay my bills. Because my God, even paying your bills, you have to know your password, your login, you know. Y'all agree with me? It is like you have to be on top of it. And the thing, you know, my mom was like, why? Why do I have to? And I was like, actually, you don't. But I think life would be easier if your brain is adaptable, if you see new things not as a problem, but as a challenge, and that you know you have the ability to problem solve, right? Okay, this lucky friend is going to get the style without the soldered ring. So I'm going to just make this loop a little bit bigger so when she aims for it, it'll be easy. You don't want to give them such a small loop, you know, that it's like, oh, I can't find it. You wrap that. The nice part about it is if someone ever says, oh, they don't like it a certain way, when you have some techniques under your belt, you can fix it, cut it apart, and just like, oh, let me do that again for you. So I made it a little bit bigger than I normally have on mine. Why not? As I was just saying, it's good to adapt, right? If you lose the roundness, you can just put it back on your round nose plier and press it down. Yes, the gauges of wire. I am using 26 gauge half hard. Oh, Bethany, I like how you said that. Creating new neural pathways is good for the brain. I'm going to cut and paste that and send that to my mama. She she's my my mom is my pride and joy. I love talking about her and being inspired by her. I mean, pretty much everything I do is because, well, not only did she give birth to me, so I feel super grateful for that, but she inspires me to want to share and teach all the things she did for me, you know? I didn't have kids, but I have a bead store and I have a lot of bead friends. Janine said, when I rent a car, I have to spend several minutes making sure I know how to turn the engine on, blah, blah. Every car is so different. Yes. Oh my God. It is. It is. It's surprising. Okay, next necklace is 19 and a quarter. Okay. I have 4 to make and then a pair of tip drill earrings. So if you want to, I will be here for probably at least another 15, 20 minutes. So if you want to run and get your beads, I won't leave you. Go and grab your project so we can bead together. Even 10 minutes of beading can make the world of difference in your mental health, in your emotional stability. Just 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Give it a shot. If you've never tried beading just for 10 minutes, please try. The other thing you can do when you're doing it is just track your breathing. And make sure you're breathing, because sometimes I don't. 18, what did I say? 19 and a quarter. Oh my gosh, my chain. It doesn't want to stay. It's like falling off. 19 and a quarter. Check. Okay. Yeah, I can just go the whole day and go, did I even breathe today? So let's do it right now. Whatever you're doing, cooking, watching, sitting down, try to take in a really deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. And usually when I do it, and I'll stop talking when I do it, I will try to expand my lungs, which is so interesting because, you know, unless you do it as a practice, I would say if I'm the average person, do not think about expanding my lungs. So I'll do it real quick. Oh, gosh, that's so relaxing. Okay. Huh, I feel like a new person. So here we go. Let me do my next necklace. Janine, what did you make for your niece? I don't know if your hands are dirty or if you're like cooking, but let me know because you make such lovely pieces of jewelry. I really, really like your earrings. They're so artistic. So I set up a little bead station in my bed. I just put a lamp. I have this table that sits across my bed, so I have that happening, and I put the light up a couple days ago because I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I am committed to bead more rather than look at my phone. Can I just tell you, over the last 4 years, I probably have spent thousands of hours just looking at my phone, doom scrolling, losing myself in the rabbit hole, and it's okay. I can't get it back, but I can make some changes so that I don't know that that makes me feel better, but it does make me lose myself for that time period, you know? But I was like, is there anything else I can try? Something different. So I brought my beads. You know what? Amazingly, I got sleepy within 20 minutes. Oh, I just thinking about it. I got super sleepy last night. And then I was like, what? How'd that happen? How did I get so sleepy so fast? So I put my tray down and I went to bed. And I do not sleep well. I have not slept well in many, many years. And I was like, is that the secret? Just making something in bed? I have to say though, oh yeah, I'm still sleepy. It is it is a little bit of a trick. You have to have a tray with all your snippings because you don't want to roll around on your on your wires that you cut. Okay, I'll keep it a secret, Janine. I shall not tell what you have made. That sounds nice. No yawning. I'm trying. I I think it was the deep breaths. I feel so relaxed. Like even now, I feel super relaxed. I also find that when I do channeling or any kind of like spiritual insight work, I yawn a lot, a lot. I think it's when I am connected to spirit, to my spirit, and plugged in. Yawning is my way of signaling to myself, hey, pay attention. You are in a moment that's super special. Something is happening. Something special is happening. You are connected and you are here and present. So I feel really grateful that I have that kind of that signal. Kim says she embroidered 10 felt ornaments for my spring tree. Can you send me a photo of your spring tree? I have a spring tree. I got it at Costco and there's lights on it. And then I tried to put like beads and Calvin beads and stuff on it. I did it last year. I used the same theme as the last year for this year. I wanted to do it different, but not enough time. So I think Nancy helped me put some cute hearts on it this year. She's like, let's add to it. I was like, okay. Okay. Here's the loop. Bethany says, I've heard that yawning means you are shifting frequencies. Oh, girl, that's totally what I'm doing right now. I am shifting frequencies. Trust me, I am not bored. When you guys, have you ever done a live? Who out there has done a live? And tell me if you can get bored doing it. There's something not boring about it, like checking to make sure that everything's working is certainly not boring. Your tree is my... Okay, I want to see. Send me a picture. Here is necklace number 3. Can you see my necklaces? I'm going to put them here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do one more. Debbie, she wants an 18-inch, so that's going to be 17 and a quarter. So again, this is chain 255. It is a baby cable. You just have to trust me that I am cutting it accurately on my ruler. If you have a ruler that has a dent in the middle, like, or you find one, you know, this one doesn't, but it has like a little channel inside. Those are awesome if they're long and they have a channel. Grab it if you see one, because then you can put your chains in there and it will stay. And I have heard the same thing, that yawning is a lack of oxygen. My favorite thing is like if we're sitting around in a group and one person yawns and then everybody else yawns. It's like one person sucked all the air out of the room and then everybody can't doesn't have oxygen and then everyone starts yawning. I think that's kind of funny, and it's happened so many times to me. Okay, what time is it? 4:30. Right on. I'm going to my mama's tonight and I'm going to try and learn how to sew this top that has like this like stretchy things in it. So it's like, you know, those stretchy, not a tube top, what kind of is like a tube top, and it's got like all the stretchy things when you're banding in it. My mom goes, I don't have that special sewing machine. I was like, oh no, what are we going to do? We'll see. We'll see. Dun 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 dun. Put on this. Bethany, please go to our YouTube channel and look up the basic wire wrap, okay? And let me know if you enjoy it. So the way that I grab this and I pull it down to a 90-degree angle, I do that because I want only a one wrap worth of, like when I go here and I'm wrapping right in there, I only want one wrap worth in there. So I can't, I have to make it really, really tiny. And for those of you that participated in our wire sale 2 weeks ago, the wire is going to come any day now. Thank you, because I need some wire. Last night I was wire wrapping 3mm aquamarine in bed, and I was like, oh no, I'm on my last section of wire. I showed you, right, all of my necklaces I've been doing. They're not necklaces. These are bracelets, and as I make them, I wear them as bracelets, but then I also link them together. So hessonite garnet, some peridot. Ooh, focus. Sometimes my camera, I just gotta give up. Hessonite garnet, London blue topaz, and then now it's my necklace. I found a way to clean my jewelry with the thing that I clean my teeth guard, my mouth guard with. All right, put this one in. And attach this. That wire sale is pow, Miss Judy. It was on, we sent it out via email. Was that 2 weeks ago, maybe? Yeah. And then Jason did the order a week and a half ago, so it's coming. But if you need wire, you tell me. Judy, you don't need wire. You have me. I wire wrapped your earrings for you. And they're done. We're ready to send it. Okay. Putting on one little 2mm ball at the very end. I am pleased as punch. Look at my tattoo. Can you guys see it? I was rubbing my arm and I was like, what is that? Why is my skin coming off? I was like, oh yeah, that's my tattoo. My fake sticker tattoo, my 4-leaf clover. I need to put a new one on. Okay, I feel lucky. Everything went as planned. I have 2 more necklaces to do, but that involves the drilling. So I must go to the drilling area to do that. I use a flex shaft to drill. I'm going to drill the hole on this bigger so that I can put this pearl on this chain with some Madagascar rose quartz, this gold-plated ball, and this is going to be the cute little earring. Oh, necklace. Just move that out of the way. I must focus. Okay. Okay, small little ending tips. If your wraps are slightly crooked, you can push them at a diagonal, like a 45-degree angle, to get them to straighten so that they are straight. That's something I like to do if it's a little off. Check all your wraps that nothing is poking out. Make sure you don't squish the ball. And I'm using Lindstrom tools, so the tips are really nice and easy to control. I have my mag eyes on because without these on, I probably would be completely blind. I'd have to take off my glasses. But then I wouldn't be able to drive home. I know. A basket load of issues to follow. You know, like once you do one thing to solve something. So leave my glasses on, put my mag eyes on, and pinch all of these in the end. Just the finishing touches. Such a small little detail, but has all the care in the world put in. Okay. Four super cute necklaces. I'll go finish two more. I'm also checking orders today. So if you bought anything in the store, today is order checking day. I like to come in on Mondays when it's super quiet. That way there's no interruptions from my phone, from anything. So that, I mean, we do our best. We try so hard not to have errors. Of course it happens, but if it does, it's because it's a part of being human. But we've tried to eliminate everything else that could have happened. So on my head, hi Carmen, did my face tattoos come off? Kim, if you need wire, and Judy, just message me. I think Jason bought a couple extra. Okay, so message me so you can still get that extra discount. The face tattoos I put on the other day, oh my god, I had to use so much face oil to get them off, and then my face felt a little sore that I was like, I don't know, I might do it one more time for St. Patrick's, but I don't know. It was not like a pleasing sensation to get them off, but it was so funky. I kind of loved it. What I have on is called Mag Eyes. They went out of business last year. We bought, I think, like 20 extra before they closed. So if you can't find it, you can always try to contact us. And I think we have like a handful left. We have been carrying this item for we've been open for 28 years, for 26 years. My mom, in the beginning was like, I need something. And so we looked all over for the most comfortable, long-lasting magnifying eye gear. And then by the time I hit my mid-30s, I needed them because we opened when I was in my late 20s. Yeah, mid-30s. And I've been using them. So enjoy Scotland. Have fun, Janet. So it's called Mag Eyes. Bethany, text the store. And me and my partner are here so we can help you with that. Can you use a diamond head bead reamer instead of a flex shaft? Yes, you can. You sure can. I have a handheld bead reamer that I use as well. It's not as fast because I had to make the hole fit 4 millimeters. So that took like a good minute of constant drilling with an RPM that's really fast. I think with the handheld it might have been probably would have taken just a few more minutes. So definitely just use the just use the tapered reamer. And if you don't know which one that is, message us and we can help you. My friend wrapped this and she's like, I don't like how I did it. So she asked me to fix it. So that means I must cut that off. Let me show you how I'm going to fix it before I go. I might as well keep us all online. So I think she didn't like how it ended up with the wire wrap neck being so long, you know. She wanted it to look a little more precise, I think. So she brought it to me and was like, please finish it. I was like, okay, I will do it. So this is with rose gold fill wire. And I brought some. And I shall. So right now, FYI, I am on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So depending on what channel you're watching on, I think the view is a little different because TikTok is face on and I have straight down for Facebook and YouTube. Does my mag eye have a light on it? It does not have a light on it. I'm the light. Okay, so this is it. No light. Super lightweight though. And if you buy one of these on the box, they don't wear it like this. This is my mama's way of wearing it because she's the most clever mommy in the world. She's like, use it like a headband. Like, don't put this part on your forehead because your makeup, your sweat, it's going to wear it down super quick. She got hers to last 10 years. Oh, longer. And then so you use it like a headband and you bring this down. And then it's almost like bifocals where you can look straight ahead, watch TV, watch a K-drama, look down. 13 inches from your face is your hands. And it is a beautiful magnifying experience. So I'm going to use soft this time instead of half hard because I am going to do what I call the overlap wrap. Okay. Gonna wrap that. My straight down picture died out. Let me be right back.